Since January 2024, Canada recognized January as Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month. This follows the International Agency for Research on Cancer classifying firefighting as a known human carcinogen in June of 2022. According to Statistics Canada, firefighters have a 9% increased risk of being diagnosed with cancer. Our BCN's Heidi Echavarria has the story for us.
The public probably doesn't realize, and nor did most of us when we got into the profession, that firefighters have about a five times the chance of getting cancer over the general public. And roughly between 75 and 90% of firefighter deaths are cancer related. So the International Agency of Cancer Research categorizes careers according to the risk of cancer, and we are at a group 1, which is as high as the ratings go.
When they are on the station, waiting to be called to attend an emergency, they remain dressed in navy blue. But just when they must become heroes, instead of wearing a cape, they put on their PPE or they turn out gear, as they call the yellow helmet, safety boots, along with pants, jacket, and other equipment. It is there where firefighters put themselves at risk to rescue others. That's why Canada is recognizing January as Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month. Warren Molnar, officer with Lethbridge Fire and Emergency Services, explains what risks they run and why.
The construction of houses and the contents inside now, the synthetic material just emanates toxic gases, the hydrocarbons all over the place. And you add that with your benzenes and your cyanic acid and your hydrocarbons and fire retardant materials. There's just a host of toxic chemicals in the fires that we fight now. And you compound that with shift work and the job stress. It just really creates an environment where firefighters are a big target for cancer.
And although being at risk is part of the job, the first responder organization is also implementing security mechanisms so that its members are safe while providing service.
To mitigate a lot of these issues, we follow the science as close as we can. During a fire, post-incident now, we do gross decontamination. So after a fire, our gear is full of toxins, so we have to have a process to remove our gear, and we do. And we put it in a bag and we throw it on the outside of the engines. This prevents us from going back into the truck after a fire, because the off-gassing from our gear just absorbs into the upholstery of the engines. The facilities here, they've installed air handling units as well as specialized washing machines that we can throw our gear in and other PPE to disinfect and decontaminate the gear. And of course now we have to have a cleansing shower, which is provided at all our stations. It's not just when the fire's out that the risk is gone. When we take off our mask, the off-gassing toxins can be absorbed. So as well, you'll find that firefighters have to be very careful around their wrists, around the ankles and neck, because that's where we do a lot of absorbing of these chemicals as well. It's not just inhalation. We try to keep on top of all that. Our health and wellness program, we have annual blood check tests done every year. We've been doing that since about 2008, and we accommodate with fitness and all the other pieces that try to help minimize our risks of getting cancer.
The organization and its members never forget those who were on the front lines of the battle against fire. To that end, a wall of recognition at each of the 5 Lethbridge fire stations is honored. It bears the names of those brave men and women who are no longer with us due to cancer or other occupational death.
You know, the fire department's a big family, and we try to honor everybody that have passed. We've got names on trucks, we've got plaques, we have ceremonies every year. It does impact us hard, and that's why we take it really seriously. So it's a good trend, and we're just going to hope that we start seeing numbers decline as we move forward. Well, any of the past firefighters that have passed away with cancer, we try to honor them, and we've labeled them on many of the fire trucks that you see around in the city. I think it's a very meaningful way that we can honor our brothers and sisters that have died before us because of cancer.
Recognizing this noble work should last more than a month. It should be done to the same extent that these brave people provide their service to the communities, the 365 days of the year. For Bridge City News, I'm Heidi Echavarria.